Chase, the Steam Next Fest is here. I could not be happier.
Let's drop that Dutchie.
Drop the Dutchie, baby.
There's a song. Isn't there a song that was something about
Pass the Dutchie. Pass the Dutchie. To the left-hand side.
Yes.
If you are new, welcome. My name is Bobby. That's Chase. We are the Casual Hour, and we love the Steam Next Fest here. It's become kind of a tradition twice a year on Casual Mondays where we do a demo showcase. There's simply too many demos, and we have a few things that we'd recommend you doing if you are looking to help support. Wishlisting and engaging with this is one of the best ways that you can bring directly from developers. We've heard that from them. Like and engage with our product to help us get visual. The other thing I will call out, if a game's coming out that you are remotely interested in and you wishlist it, Steam now has really kind of revamped how they handle their demos. There's actual ratings that go into it, so that helps out. But you'll get notified if a game that you've wishlisted has a demo. And the Next Fest happens to have a lot of that. So check your wish list. If you're watching this, there might be something out there that you can check out. And Drop Dutchie is one that we've talked about on the Casual Hour podcast, which happens Wednesday nights. You should tune in sometime. But I'm going to show it to Chase because I think Chase will like it. This
one's already on my wish list. And
yes,
I'm excited to see more of it. And also, I'm going to be actively looking through Steam to tell you more about these games as Bobby plays them, but also so I can follow our own advice and
wish
make
list.
sure that I wish list these games.
Fun.
Cool to me. This one was already wish listed though. Everybody needs to know that.
We can die, Chase, if that gets below 50. Just heads up.
Okay.
We're going to set our first location. So the map, I can't zoom out right now, but it's going to start to branch a little bit. And we are in a peaceful region. There's no enemies here, so we're going to focus on getting resources. And when you get in here, you will see how this might look somewhat familiar. Each round pieces are going to come in a random order. You have to place them on the grid. Buildings collect resources. If you respect their activation rules, so try to gain as much as you can. Also, I have a new set of headphones, so if you're talking, give it a second. I just got disconnected. It'll pick up the USB. I got to tweak something on this. So
okay,
you're back. When you complete a line,
sure actually, hang on. Keep talking. I want to hear. Hear if this is coming across on the stream too.
What's going on? Are you hearing something?
On the like on Discord, you're lowering volume a little bit sometimes, but
okay. Do you want me to tweak anything?
I don't know.
All right. We're gonna keep moving these things around here. So we've got a forest that's coming down. We're gonna place that here, and it is now where it should be. I am going to keep this coming down like so. Actually, I'm gonna rotate it. There we go.
So this does seem a little bit like another game I may have played in the past.
Oh, do tell.
Well, you know, these kind of I don't know, Bobby. What would you call these? Like
Tetraminos?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna hold this here for a second so you can read this card. This is a farm. It turns plains into a field. And I've got a spot down here that I think is going to be pretty good. I'm looking ahead. These are woods, so I'm actually going to reserve this one. And I'm going to get one more of the forest put down. And I've got a line, which means we're going to get all those resources. So now I've got that in place.
Building lines.
I know.
Concept.
Now I'm going to grab our farm. I'm going to place that here. It's going to start to give us some of those fields. And I will rotate you. Do the same thing there. And I got this nice long piece. We'll go like that.
Pretty nice.
And I also got a line there. So we got some more resources, which is great. I got a spot for that woodcutter down there. We are cruising at the right altitude right now. Look at that. And there's the synergy build. So you can start to get some strategy here where if you have woods, you're going to then be able to convert those into plains, which could then maximize your farm as you're being a bit more forward thinking in your efforts here.
You know, I think this is actually, yes, obviously there's like some Tetris comparisons here of some of the stuff that you're doing, but do you remember that game I showed you a long time ago called Tiny Islands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like black and white one. And that had a lot of these similar kinds of placing different kinds of tiles around each other to make things with bonuses. I like this idea. I mean, we've seen this in like Dorfromantic as well.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, here are some rules to abide by as you build these things together. Then they start to combo off or get you bonus tiles or things like that.
And it's not infinite with these. Shit. There's a certain set amount here. You don't clear out a row, so I did miss out on some min-maxing here, but we'll get it taken care of. All right, put that down. Got another line at least. 'Cause again, we're just trying to get as many resources as we can, which will play a role when we get into an actual conflict here. So we're going to continue that. And then you get, of course, to pick a reward. Lumber Camp. Each card has rules explaining how they activate. Hover over the card to read an explanation. So harvest 2 logs for each connected forest. Great. It'll also show you its range when you go into it there. Each square counts as a field that gains harvest 2. Let's do the lumber camp. We'll grab that really quick.
Maybe a little loop hero in here as well.
Yeah, there's another game that we might take a look at tonight that has the loop hero has reached out and gotten people into it. Get a random military building card. There is a bit of a weapon triangle here, Chase. So arrows are going to hurt axes. Like you're a big fan. Swords hurt arrows and axes hurt swords from your unit types.
Oh, okay, that's anti-Fire Emblem. Swords beat axes in Fire Emblem.
Okay.
That's gonna hurt me.
Recruit. Let's do. I like this idea here because we can still get recruitments regardless if we have plains or fields. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay. Enemies up ahead. And as far as our conflict goes, let's do. We benefit more from plains, so we're gonna go to the left. And before each round, you'll need to select which buildings you'd like to use. Take time to observe the specifics of this location, maybe upgrade some of your cards accordingly. So if we look at this here, we have terrains here. You can see the different types of terrains, but randomly shuffled. And here is the enemy buildings. You are going to be in control of putting enemy buildings out yourself, which is something to keep an eye on.
What was that train tracks game that did that?
The one that we ended up having to like take, the rail was used by everybody, right?
Yeah.
That was a demo, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, but that had a similar thing of like you also have to place the enemies somewhere, if I remember right.
I don't know why these keep disconnecting. I gotta figure out what's going on there. We're gonna add in a lumber camp and nope, we're gonna get rid of lumber camp and do a watchtower. Okay. All right. Actually, I'm gonna spend. This is where we can use some of our resources, Chase. Yeah. I'm gonna use some of our food down here. Sure. And now I'll put out that lumber camp also. I don't really need it for this area, but might as well for the demo. Okay, let's show this off and then we'll hop into another game.
Okay.
Enemy buildings recruit units too, so place them in a way that minimizes their effect. At the end of the round, you'll solve the battle by devising an attack plan. So this one here is going to recruit axes for each adjacent plain or field. They'll get more of them if at least 6 plains or fields that are near them. So we're gonna just try and get them out of the way. Oh no, I did not want to do that. Let's get them down here right now. Oh my god, this headset's driving me crazy. I don't know what is going on. So plains and fields are what they need. We're gonna do woods around them.
Sure.
And put these over here. I got a lumber camp that we can benefit from. Now when I use that, that will turn these into plains. So we got to be careful on where we put that. I'm going to save that one for now. And they would benefit from this one. I kind of want to fuck them over down there, so I'm not going to put too much biome. Let's do that. I still get those resources. And I'll use those for me. Now this is the lumber camp. I'm going to hang on to that for a second. And let's see if I can put this here. And then I'll bring this woodcutter down and sneak him in there. There's some more resources, and we'll turn you up like that. There's a watchtower that we're going to put down there, hopefully, and that will help us. Their positioning. Yep. I'm going to hang on to that for a second. Oh, man. Nope. Let's just do this. Get a lot of resources. All right, this is going to do better by fields, and we're just going to put that here. That gives us some good coverage. There's a farm that, if I can hang on to that for the time being. Let me swap this out, because then I get this next tile. I'll put you there. Great. I want to put you here. Going to gain a few more recruits from that. They're going to have a watchtower. I'm going to throw that over here because it does better in the plains. That's going to keep it limited. Let's do... Yeah, let's do that one there. All right, so we're gonna beat them. Now that all the troops are in place, it's time to fight. Select groups in order you want to confirm the sequence. When two groups of the same side combine, they add their forces. The new group's type is the type of the larger group. If both are the same size, the type is of the destination's group. When two groups of opposite camps fight, they subtract their forces. Pay close attention to the strengths and weaknesses diagram. Each type is better against a certain type. In a favorable fight, the advantage group has 50% plus strength, allowing them to defeat higher number of troops. So I have to connect these as we map out our battle. So we're going to go there, and then they're going to come over here. And we're going to start the battle. That becomes 21. They come over. We stand tall, and we win.
Huh. Okay.
So there wasn't a ton that we had unlocked at that point with our I only had one tower. They ended up getting two. And you can see how we tried to like limit this one for sure because it had no connectedness. We did get a little bit from this one with this plane over here. But for the most part, I feel pretty good about how we set things up there.
Yeah, there's something like this extra layer of complexity for the battle stuff that I'm not sure I love as much. I guess I kind of wish that you built the puzzle and then it like automatically went through. But
yeah,
I could see that being interesting. I mean, I like the look. I like the general idea of using Tetris kind of pieces and taking some of that Dorfromantic or that Tiny Islands kind of language and
Yeah.
building it into something like this. I think that's a neat idea.
They
Yeah.
did get a
Alright.
release date too, so
They
May
did,
5th.
yes. May 5th. It's out on, the demo obviously is out on Steam right now, but this thing's relatively soon. Coming out in a couple months.
Yep. Heads up, everybody. Our visuals are going to get a little wonky as we load up another demo here, so bear with us. Chase, do you have a strong preference on what you see next?
Not really. You pick.
I will do something a little bit different and faster. I'm going to show you something called Dead Zone Rogue really quick. This will be
Okay.
super fast. And I will pull up the right capture here and share it with you.
Okay. While you do that, I can say that this game is coming soon, but it has no specific release date. Oh, you know what? I actually want to go and check out and see if these things are just coming to Steam or if they're coming out to other platforms as well.
Dead Zone Rogue, I know, is set in another universe. This is a rogue light run-based video game. Stop me if you've heard this before. It is a co-op game if you choose it to be so. PvE, it's a first-person shooter, fast as fuck. Not really fast as fuck, I'm sorry. Methodical. So you need to be a little bit smart. Yes. I mean, there's some fast things that you can do in it, but you have an opportunity to react. So when I go in here, we're going to be going through a series of activities where I need to zero out the enemies. And when I first get in there, I'm going to be invisible so I can kind of scout the layout, and you'll see how this upgrades. So right now I just have a pistol. I think it's a really cool looking game also.
Yeah.
Let me turn it up a little bit so I can hear what's going on.
I like
All
the
right.
look of the pistol for sure.
All right, this dude can't see us. It's all robots. So we're gonna do this. Blow him out. And I got one around this corner. Get him too. Got a better pistol potentially.
Okay, so there's like a planning phase, and then you go in. You see what
Yes, and it's got an awesome noise there. We're gonna grab this one. It's a little bit more powerful. When you get a headshot, you're gonna get a really nice ting that I like a whole lot. This is a little bit slower than what I had. A little bit more powerful, a little bit slower. You have an overshield, and you have health that you can upgrade. Okay. And you can get different elemental types on your grenades. So we're gonna grab that cryo one, and then we'll probably get a primary after this first little spot. All right, and then when you clear it, you get a certain rarity level drop, and this is where you get to choose the weapon that you're gonna have go with it.
one's green, so
It is, yes. Yes. This is going to have, I think, a pretty decent scope on, if I'm not mistaken. No, not this one. This is like a machine gun. Okay, cool. We'll play with this one.
So are these? Does the pistol? Does everything have infinite ammo, or does just? The pistol?
So it has infinite ammo, but certain clip sizes.
Okay.
We got a cluster. Let me see if I can throw a grenade over here at all these dudes. We'll get rid of you. Get
So
those guys.
Would it be maybe a case of spending more? Like, obviously, we're just playing the demo, kind of going as we go, but it seems like because they give you such a there's no time limit on the stuff.
No.
Okay.
No,
So you can
no.
like really go in and start to plan out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to take out this guy and these two guys with this barrel, and then go over there, and
Yeah,
like you're making a plan.
Yeah, you can like map out this whole thing on here and then just execute it. And the cool thing is you can do this co-op. So you can be like, all right, let's pop and do this here.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, hey, nobody loves infinite ammo more than me, but I guess I kind of would almost like to see the ammo be limited. So
Sure.
as you're making the plan, you're thinking, okay, I've got, you know, I'm budgeting 3 shots of this gun at this guy, and then I've got to go and figure out how I deal with these guys, and are taking more of that plan into action. Because at this point, you know, you're still just kind of shooting things whenever they show up.
Yeah, like this level here,
Yeah.
I've just cheesed it the whole time. Like
Sure,
these guys.
yeah, like that's cool. Like being able to use your research phase to go in and find an advantageous position. That's also kind of neat.
So here's a nice augment that we can get. Movement speed while dealing damage, increased damage dealt to targets beyond 10 meters by 65 and targets beyond. That's pretty good. I've got an upgrade right now to do 20% within 10, so this is going to give me a little bit more. And this is increased damage of your secondary weapon by 75. I'm already using my pistol a lot on this run, so I'm just going to stick with that. Let's grab this currency. I want to show one little upgrade section to show you why this is a rogue light instead of a rogue like, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
But I've been playing this one quite a bit, man. I'm pretty taken by this one.
Do you feel like the enemies are interesting enough? Because we've just kind of seen some robots that stand there, and we've seen some spiders.
Yeah, they start to scale quickly when you get in here. This is where it gets a little rogue-like. Right, I'm sorry, rogue light. There's one station that you can get persistent upgrades in, so you can see what I've upgraded so far.
Sure.
And we've got 49 points to spend here, so I've got cryo grenades. I'll go ahead and just throw that on there, and then health orb value. I'll grab this one, and then the one machine to the right is a fabricator for the run. So like these are things that you can build up if you want to get those. So you kind of have two currencies, one for persistent, others for the run. And you won't see any like this guy is got a different ammo type. He's going to be fire damage. He's just what we've been fighting against. Same for that one. I don't know if there's going to be anybody new in this one. There is a boss encounter. I've gotten to the boss, and then there's even going to be some levels that look to be more organic.
For boss levels, are you also getting this ability to stealth?
No, it's like a horde and then a boss fight that comes with it.
Is time slowing down at all, or are they just their shots really slow?
Their shots are slow right now.
Okay.
We got hit there. These guys shoot.
Yeah, they've got like proximity
Yeah,
shots or something.
that thing will go off as a grenade, like that.
There is like a certain why did this game? I'm so bad at these things.
We're getting old, Chase. That's what it comes down to.
We are getting old. Super hot. There you go. That's the name of the game. It does have like some super hot vibes to it.
Yeah, I think that's more than fair.
Without maybe like the thing that makes super hot fucking rad, but I still like a lot of what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, this thing's really cool. I don't know price. I don't know anything. There is going to be a little bit of the story, like you have amnesia in it, but Dead Zone Rogue has been really slick. This is one worth checking out. I haven't tried playing with the controller. I think there's a 0% chance that this does not hit anything that can play it. So
yeah, I mean, I think it would be pretty cool on PlayStation or something like that.
I would love to play it with somebody. I think that'd be fun.
Coming soon, and I did look it up. So far, at least, no other platforms mentioned. Same for Drop Duchy. There's no other platforms mentioned other than PC for now. But for a lot of these things, they come out on PC first, and then eventually might come out on another platform.
Yeah. All right. I'm pulling up a new game here. Let me share it with you in Discord. I don't think that you've talked about this one to me, but this one's pretty fucking slick. It's called Into the Restless Ruin. Hi there. We're a workshop, a small indie studio in Edinburgh, Scotland. Thanks very much for checking this out. We hope you enjoy this wee slice, and we'd love to hear your feedback. So obviously they've got a Discord that you can do that on top of wish listing it, which you should. This is also a run-based game. Stop me if you've seen one of these on Casual Mondays before, Chase, but let's just get into it. And we're going to start with the only one that we can here. This first catacomb is the closest to the surface and the least corrupted by the Dark Warden energy. We have a few different deck building materials. So let's get in here and show you what those look like.
Okay. Seems like this demo has actually been out since August. So while it is kind of part of the Next Fest. It also seems like it's,
yeah,
been around for a bit.
We've got a bit of a map here. We've got some fog on said map, and we've got cards. We get 3 points. Not uncommon for a deck building game here, but we've got some pieces in it, Chase, that tell you what they do here. This is an armory, and we're going to get a 5% increase on our damage. And if you have you get plus 10% for your current harvest. Here is a spot to heal, and this campfire is going to give us a torch. I think that we should try and find a way to get these golden cards out there, because they're going to have some uses that we can use on our journey here. So let's get to snapping, as they say. Do kids say snapping? They should if they're not.
Not any of the kids I know.
That's going to get us up there.
I don't know a whole lot of kids these days, though.
Yeah, fair. Probably for the best.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do a torch refill off of that side. And I can put that here. Sweet. So that gets us through there, and let's harvest, man. Should we?
I guess.
It's just Loop Hero, but you control the guy, and you're building the dungeon that you put him on the same way. And then it becomes Vampire Survivor.
That's interesting.
So it is very much the Loop Hero loop, and you can see the progression at the top like the Vampire Survivor. And the idea is that you are going to design this to benefit you on getting resources and being able to continue leveling up. So we can't go any further because we knew that that's where our dungeon stopped. So now we've got we're about halfway through our torch here, and we get our first favor. So here's where we can find new cards to lay out on our map. There's another campfire. That's going to be helpful. That's going to allow us to explore longer. Here's a nice crook. The runes twist and turn with every step. There's probably going to be some critters in there to fight. We can see further and clear fog from a random room. That's not bad. Observatory could be. It's a nice little small 1x1 with a pass through. I'm going to grab that one. And let's keep seeing if we can get a little bit more. I'm going to need to get more of our lamp here in a second. I'll go ahead and get that now because it's only 20% for that. We'll bust that open. All right, I don't think we did too much more on our current layout, so we can exit now. And once our lamp runs out, our health will die. So there's another favor. And we already got this observatory. We've got a Faded Grove already, but having more health wouldn't be terrible. This gives us a lot more entry points in this hallway plus. We get an additional one where I think the regular one only has 3 doors. So I'll grab that one. We're doing okay on light still, and we're not far from the exit. Let me clear out a few more. Our health, went ahead and grab more of that. And let's make another pass down. I think I can get one more favor in before we lose light. There we go. Another armory. This crossroads is pretty good. I'll grab that one. All right, let's get down here before we don't have a choice. So now we're back out into the build phase. We've gotten all of our cards, and we can start to place these and expand further. I need to go up, so let me rotate you. That's not going to work. I need a smaller one. You as a campfire would be perfect though. So now we'll get 2 campfires there, which will allow us to go up into this area with fog. And I can add this guy in. I don't really need to be able to connect back into health that way, so I'd rather loop across up here. And we got this hallway plus, which is going to allow us to keep going over, or we could do an armory. I think that's the move though. So now I've got a way back down if I need to hurry up and like grab this shit and kite back down around.
Okay.
And you're always going to start from the same spot. So you're kind of building your loop on like, okay, I know that I'm going to build this in a way where I can heal. I'm going to be able to get some more of my torchlight. Now we're doing more damage for tonight, which is great. I can heal up there when we need to, and I've got another torch. That'll loop me up here. There's a seal that we can activate. And you want to find these. Those are the things that are usually covered. Now we've got this purge card that we can use to clear out this, which will allow us to build up further on our map.
Because that was my question, is like what happens when you run out of room or run out of available doors to build from?
Oh, we got a horde coming. Let's see if we can... All right, we're still doing good on that shit. Come on now. We got another favor. Perfect. Ooh, a training room. 5 attack. Knockback. We'll grab this one. Okay. Oh, shit. All right, come back down. Grab our health. We'll grab this torch. And we got another torch. You can only do it on one night. So we've got another torch to get on the way back. We clear this out. And I want to clear out this area so I know what I'm building up to. All right, we'll get a little bit more there. Health is still doing pretty good. Sweet, another favor. Armory, these bins are helpful. I'll grab another one of those. Let's get this light. That expands out our view also. Sweet. About halfway there. Let's see what's up this way. See if we can get a favor.
Do you have the ability to like keep grinding these areas, or every time you go back to the portal, like things get way harder or something?
What do you mean?
I mean, could you just, farm a little experience and then run back to the portal and go back to the build phase, or?
Yeah, I can go back. I can go back anytime I want to.
Yeah, but like, does the game progress in a way that makes it harder on you to?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, like as you put more shit out here and we start to expand upwards, we're gonna run into more trappings. Like even just from building, now we've got these spots here. Like I can't connect in going up. Like they start to add in some of that shit too. So you're gonna see.
Is your health persistent?
No. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. So that would be a reason for you not to just like keep grinding little stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to find more health or stuff like that. Okay.
So I know I can't put, and that sucks too, because like that would be perfect for here. Is this forge? So we can't do that. Does this one make this most sense? I would be skipping this area if I did that. I kind of need that other. I want to do a training room. That I can't do, but I could.
You can do the top opening from that and then go into that smaller room.
This here allows now to loop even more, so I can loop up this way.
Okay.
This training room. Can't really lay that one out how I want to.
Put the forge out there, couldn't you?
Up here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and I got one more I can place. Could I do the training room off of that? I could. And then if I had a smaller little one to connect into that or across, that could be fun. Okay, let's do one more run and check out this area we just built, and then we'll check out something else.
Okay.
If we can make it. Our health. You'll also notice the level on these. So there's a lot of level 1s there. I was already getting some level 4s on that last run. Or that last night.
Is that showing up above them?
Yeah, it's just above their head. So that guy's a level 1 here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Iron Forge, what do we get here? One battle, I guess that's battle point for the next night. Build point, thanks. There we go. That's level 3, so he hits a little bit harder.
Yeah, he fucked your shit up.
Training room. Choose which combat statistic to improve. Knockback. Please get these guys away from me. All right, can't do any more training up here with that. So we need to get some more light and die. Okay, so we died.
Need more than light.
Yep. And I don't know what this means. Like if we get a boss when we do this here, this progression up here, this pure hearts, what would remove that? So I think this is cool. It's definitely aping on a few different things, but I'm digging it. I think it's a cool idea for sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. This is coming out in April.
Okay.
It's also pretty soon.
The games keep coming, Chase.
Restless. I'm gonna guess this probably isn't coming to other platforms. No, it is actually. PS5, Switch, Xbox, Windows. Yeah. I guess I thought with the building stuff, maybe that's something you're gonna want more with a mouse, but I suppose not.
You suppose not. All right,
Cool.
Chase. Do you want to see? Is this seat taken? The King is Watching or Everhood 2?
Have you played Is This Seat Taken?
I've beaten the demo.
Okay, so have I. So let's not worry about that one. We'll
Okay.
talk about it another time.
Let's do The King is Watching.
Sure.
This one seems cool also. Let me share it with you and then share it with the world. Okay. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. This demo came out prior to the Next Fest, but they've updated it. I don't know if they've just like
demo from May of last year, so that's a while ago. But yeah, updating it sounds cool.
We are gonna go to this eyeball thing, and we have a King Bobby.
Yeah, is he watching?
He is watching. It looks like you can have multiple kings also, or swap them out for different things. This is King's ability. Move buildings around your castle. Hold shift and click on a building to move it. And then down here, note building production is much slower for a short time after we move stuff. So let's go into the levels and see if we can start at the bottom. We'll do the tutorial with you. Okay. Welcome to your kingdom. Greetings, sire. I'm Gustav, your loyal advisor. I'm here to remind you how to manage your kingdom. Water, strong economics build strong empires. To start off, build a couple of wells. They produce water. This is essential for basic production. Okay, I got some wells and I can place a few wells out here. Let's do 2 wells. All right. Your kingdom depends on your supervision. Only the buildings within your gaze will be working. So you can move and rotate it with the mouse buttons. So I can click and move this around right now. So I've got this one here allows 2 wells to be working at once. I don't have anything in our cemetery. So we're pumping out water. You can see that resource gathering here in the bottom left. Now that your wells have brought you enough water, it is time to place a wheat field. All right, let's do that. Small wheat field. Can I place that over the cemetery? Is that possible even? Will that change things? Let's find out.
Seems like a bad omen.
We have a small wheat field. I don't know what these little things are going to happen there, but we are not producing because I haven't moved this around. There we go. So now we're getting wheat. We are getting water. Things are well in the kingdom, Chase.
Yeah, so we now that I'm seeing this, we talked about this on a preview.
Yep.
Or was it a preview or was it a...
I think just what you've been playing.
Yeah, I mean, was it like it wasn't like part of the state of play or something like that? Was it part of one of these shows? Or?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm wondering when we saw this game before, but we did talk about it.
Yeah.
And the trick here is that, well, I guess it's maybe it's telling you. No, it's telling you about a different thing. But you're only actively doing things when you have that little
when the king's looking at him. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Only when the king is watching.
Only when the king is watching, as the title says. Yeah. And this will expand. Like you will have ways to upgrade your view to where you would have more covered down the line. I don't know what these outside perimeters are doing. So far, I've just been hanging out down here with it, but we're about to get into the other part of not only the economy of it, but also the combat of it. So We have to defend against these enemies, and we need to recruit peasants so they can fight. You cannot recruit any skilled troops yet, so arm your peasants for now. Construct a peasant hut and recruit a few of them. We need resources, which we have right now. I'm gonna have to stop our wheat production potentially. So I'm gonna place this here so I can keep water going, but for the time being, I'm gonna change this to just only have one water intake because I've got plenty of that. So we'll keep our harvest going of the wheat. We now have our well going, and we're going to get this here. Yeah.
We'll do that soon, yes. It also looks like that timeline at the top is continuing to move, and it looks like we're about to get to some.
Yeah, incoming enemy forces. We've got a goblin bandit coming in. The hut has reached its recruitment limit. If you want to recruit more peasants, you need to build a new hut. Okay, that's definitely doable, but the problem we're going to run into here, let's do that hut up here.
Yeah. So you can keep the water production up, but you can't keep doing wheat stuff.
And here comes some goblins.
Well, actually, hang on, because it has.
Well, here's the thing.
Build another hut. Does it make them all?
What are you asking?
Like when you built that second one, both your huts say 4 of 4 now, or said 2 of 4.
So I don't need them. I don't need them making things right now.
Yeah, but like, could you start placing huts in the opposite, like in the corner where you're not going to need to touch them?
Like this?
Yeah.
So now that's going to be slow because it needs to rebuild. And that's one of my abilities as the king. If I hold shift and click, I can move any of these around. That
okay. So it does have to like rebuild itself?
It's just a slower to like start production again. You don't really see it for these houses because we're just grinding out people, but these up here, if I were to move one of them, then we're definitely going to feel that for sure.
That's interesting though, that you can max out your fighters and then you could just move those areas because they're not useful to you at the moment.
Yeah. So we've got those in the corners now. So let's pause it really quick and take a look at what we could be doing here. Trees provide wood. I don't have a ton of wood. I think I'm getting some from somewhere. I don't know if that's just in my reserve. So we should probably be thinking about that.
Sure, let's get some wood.
Let's get some wood going here. So let me ask you, where do you think you would place wood if you were looking at what we have here?
Well, so are you getting bonuses from, is it kind of like the other game we played where you're getting bonuses by having stuff next to each other?
Not yet. It just, think about it right now. We can only do 3 things at once. So from a production standpoint,
I guess I would put it, in that space that you're on right now. So you could make wheat, water, and wood at the same time.
Yep. So wheat, water, and wood all in production. And we'll unpause this, and that's going to keep cruising. We've got our max dudes out there. I think what we should have, I could do another house if I wanted to and get even more out, which we've got 6 dudes to kill coming up. Now we can do our market, which is also going to require, the market only works when you're watching it. So this is how we're going to get gold to do more shit. So would it make sense?
Let's get another couple guys first.
Yeah, put this out.
Yeah.
Let's do this one here.
Well, you need to be watching one of these buildings, right, to get the extra peasants?
Yep. So, you want me to move that up here again?
Yeah.
Let's do it here.
Oh, your field hub.
Yep. So you'll lose resources for sure.
Do you lose them because they run out, or you lose them because you weren't watching them?
No, the tile ran out. We depleted it.
Okay. Is that the same for all these tiles? Like those wells will eventually run out too?
I don't know about those. I didn't see a countdown on them. The trees are, though. You can see the trees are going down to 34.
Okay, I see.
I don't know why we're not putting out 6 dudes, though. All right, we need to quickly start churning out some guys here. Do they not have what they need?
Ain't happening.
Okay, it's not good. What am I doing wrong here?
I could not tell you.
Is that it there? Troops?
Oh, maybe.
Your castle walls are taking damage. Why are we not producing guys? There's archery.
Looks like there's some guy there now.
Okay. Increase unit limit. I mean, I could... Oh, I don't have more to do that right now.
Oh,
okay.
So maybe that is it. It's like you need to have enough resources to be able to keep that many guys out there.
Got it. Okay, so those are back in production.
There's a dude.
And we should be getting one more here.
Okay.
We need to update. We need to get some more cooking out here. So we ran out of something here. We're going to put another field up. Start that.
Again, yeah.
Wood. What needs wood? This needs wood to go. So we need to get some wood going also. Let's move you and place you there. And that's going to get us a little bit of everything again. I'm wondering if we should...
Yeah, I think you should double up on wood.
Yep.
There's lots of stuff here needs wood.
Let's do that, and wheat. We can throw some wheat out there. These are all going to go away eventually anyway. Okay.
Alright, big guy coming in.
Oh yeah, we got a big old fight ahead of us.
Got a badass over here.
Got a badass. Okay. Looks like we're handling it okay.
Yeah. One,
Ooh, prophecy.
couple dudes maybe.
Applies an attack. Debuff enemies in the area. Oh, this is what we get. Okay, ground burn enemies that pass through. Let's do ground fire.
Sure.
And prophecy. Sorry, you've been given a prophecy. You can choose the next 3 waves of enemies that will attack you. The more difficult the wave, the better the rewards. Place the cards onto the stones below. Okay.
Get fucking murdered.
Okay.
It's just a demo.
Yeah.
I want to see the hard shit.
Hard shit coming up. There we go. Fortuitous fires, forest spirits, legends abound, luminous beings that haunt the woods, leading the lost to their doom or expected fortune. Lately, they have been guiding your subjects to bountiful berries and herbs, to great profit for the merchants. However, as more people flock to the woods, some warn the spirits may grow displeased, turning their blessings to curses. Receive each resource 5 times. Spirits make for good mana crystals. Receive a resource. Or we get a magic school. What do you think?
Let's get a magic school. That sounds kind of cool to me.
All right, proceed. And here we have ground fire. So now you as the king can cast a spell during battle.
Ah, very cool.
All right. Looks like you have received a spell. Some spells can drastically change the tide of battle, drag them onto the battlefield when the opportunity arises. We need to re-up our dudes. Let's re-up our dudes really quick. And while we're doing that, I'm going to sell some stuff in the market. Let's... I don't want to sell a ton right now, but I guess we'll just do some wheat.
It seems like a lot to keep track of.
There's a lot happening here, Chase. This is a lot to look at. I really like the idea, though. I think it's a really cool idea. So we're getting our gold on. We got our dudes on. Let's get our build on.
Trying to get to what, 300 wood to increase our soldiers?
King's Army. We need... Oh, we can actually do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We need another house eventually. start selling flour, save some of our wheat while we're building this out.
But you need to, those houses, yeah, those houses weren't doing anything.
Okay, let's throw some more wood out. All right.
Need more wood here in 3, 2.
More wood, you said?
Yeah, you just ran out of that. You're about to run out of field.
Ranged troops receive a 3% chance to shoot an additional projectile. Receive. Oh, give us the water.
And you don't even have any ranged units at the moment.
No. Blinding light stuns enemies. Yeah, pulls enemies towards moving. Oh, tornado. I'll take that. Trader.
Ooh, there's a lot of stuff going on in here.
Gold mine, iron mine, concert, dragon hatchery. There's a market.
It's a flower dragon.
I don't know. We'll grab it and find out. Get one of these spells too. Launches fireworks that make your people more productive. Applies an attack debuff. Burns enemies. Already got ground fire. Let's do weakness.
Okay.
All right. That's back in business. And this is archery. We need more gold for it. So yeah, we're at the point now we're going to start selling some of our resources. And I can't sell water, I don't think.
Yeah. How do you know how you make flour?
No. I think that's the dragon hatchery. Didn't it say it makes a flower egg?
No, I think you have to
Produces
spend
flower dragons.
We have
Oh.
to have flour to make dragons.
Oh God.
Not
Okay.
make flour.
Yeah. We're if you ever wish to remove a building from your castle, either enter demolish mode and destroy it. You'll be able to construct it later. Just remember that the spent resources will be lost. Got it.
Makes sense.
All right, we need to sell, baby, sell. I'm thinking about moving this guy. Let's move you here. And let's do more wheat. Slide this here. Then I can double up on that. Oh, I was going to... What was I going to sell?
Oh, you got some dudes.
Yeah, I see that. They'll be all right.
Make a little bit more money. You should be able to have enough for the archery.
Yeah. Here's our flour mill.
There you go.
Makes flour out of wheat. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
to our mill. So we need more.
We need some gold, which we're cooking out right now.
But we're also doing it at the cost of our wheat.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're making wheat, so I guess it doesn't matter that much.
All right,
We
let's
need to make some more guys.
yeah, I see that. Bring that down here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot to your point. Oh shit. Weak. Burn, baby.
Can you use a tornado to pull fire? That's still pretty cool.
Yep.
That killed your own guys.
Yeah, we spared no expense.
Or maybe they were already getting killed. Yeah, these guys,
Pig boys.
rough.
Pig boys.
We got one.
Go on now, get. Okay.
We needed 110 wheat to get to the flower dragon hatchery.
Oh.
Oh, well.
That's all we get. So that is the king is watching.
Interesting. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, this seems cool. Pretty overwhelming in the amount of
Yes.
stuff it's throwing. And that was the tutorial of all things.
I know. Hey, you sent me a list of things today.
Mhm.
What do you want to see out of those list of things?
Let's see. Let me find that list of things that I sent you. How about
it?
How about Goodlands? I want to see Goodlands.
You want to see Goodlands. I want to show you Goodlands. Let's do that.
I think we talked about this one too. Maybe
we did
earlier on the show. I think so.
I don't know if I remember that. Let me get Goodlands into the right audio. There we go. Let me share that with you.
By the way, The King is Watching is just coming soon. No exact
time
for that.
Okay. The King is Watching later on. Goodlands now. There we go. All right. Goodlands, play, quit. Not a lot of options. Oh, we get some here though.
Yeah.
All right.
So this reminds me a little bit of Sable from what I've seen of it. A little Sable, a little bit of a Long Hike.
Yeah, I can already see that influence on it.
Yeah, like from like a graphical perspective, but you're also just kind of like driving around a desert in a big truck.
I'm cool with that.
It seems like it might be like the Animal Crossing, like just the museum part of Animal Crossing.
Like where you're finding things to bring back for Blathers?
Yeah, like finding fossils in a desert, taking them back to a museum, and also little animal friends. So I don't know. It appeals to me.
Yeah, I can see that they really are unsure of how grammar and punctuation works, though.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be cool with the Zoomers, I guess.
I'm cool. I'm hip.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed.
Capitalization.
Yeah, that's just law and order. Robin left me. It seems that there's tons of skeletons in the park just waiting to be dug up. One of the books reads, fossilized bones are often darker than surrounding rock and take on a grayish color. That's a very specific book. Thank you. Once you found some fossils, there is definitely an Animal Crossing vibe. And your crew will get to work immediately. And speaking of
say a long hike, a short hike. That's
a short hike.
The video game.
Perry, Larry, and Tori. They're wonderful, and they might have some tips I hadn't even thought of. Oh, I almost forgot. Robin always told me that her secret to finding so many amazing fossils was people. I think she was onto something. Maybe talking to the folks around the park will help you find some bones. Look at me. I'm blabbering. I'll let you get to work. Good luck and happy hunting, Bobby. Okay. We are hunting. Man. Okay.
Yes. So you can kind of see a little bit of like Sable in here as well, right? Deserty.
Yeah.
Empty, spacey kind of stuff. And I know you weren't a big fan of Sable, but I still kind of want to go in and play that game.
I was just hoping it would be more.
Yeah. That guy looks like he can help.
This is my personal best. Thanks, Tanner. No, I'm not stuck. It's part of my workout.
Sure, yeah.
Can I help you? Nope, you're just... That's it. Okay.
He's just doing things, you know?
I know this is the current thing that people like. I don't know how I feel about this art.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like you wish it was sharper?
Oh yeah, I wish this was like cell shaded, or I wish this was 2D HD even. Like this is like what people are using now for like, this is like the indie style, and I don't know what it is. Like I grew up basically from the NES era and on. Yeah. And so when I think about like why indie games are using the throwback pixel art, it was cheaper, easier to do, smaller teams, etc.
Yeah, but this is different. Like this isn't even pixel art. It's like a filter
That's what I'm getting at.
that's making these polygons jaggier.
Yeah. Yep.
It's an interesting choice, and it does, feels like it kind of obscures stuff on the screen. But I don't know. I kind of like
I think that you saw a lot of stuff last year, especially like in the horror genre. You had like the Crow County or Crow Country, I think is what it was.
Yeah, I think it was County. Crow County.
You even had mouth washing, which is a very like again somewhere between PS1 to N64 is what's being used, and like that's old shit now. Like that's what really a lot of these people making video games were influenced by.
But I could also see this as like an indie trick of, hey, we can't make the nicest models here. Like we're not able, or we don't want to, or whatever. Like we're just not able to make like really sharp looking polygons. So what if we put this kind of filter over
for
it
a second.
Fudge it a little bit.
Well, as you might have already guessed,
give it.
There are lots of cool little fossils scattered all around. Style. In fact, there's a shell. Okay, I can hear you now. Been trying to get to it for ages, but I can't jump high enough. So I can get on our truck. Maybe if I move that over there and use this. And I could have used that to talk to those guys back there now that I'm thinking about it.
I do wish that, it was an option, at least. Because I remember when I played a short hike, I liked that game, but there was certainly a feeling of, some of this stuff, whether it was the angle, like the high angle that you were at, or just the kind of lushness of a lot of stuff that had a lot of colors. Part of it was just hard to tell what was going on. So I do kind of wish there was an option of just like, yeah, just sharpen this up. Let's see what it looks like if it didn't have the filter over it.
I think this is like I get it. I'm about to do the old man yelling at cloud, so just like let me do it for a second because I've earned it at this point. It's all about an aesthetic, and it has nothing to do about a functionality. And that's art, and that's their choice to go with, and I totally get it. But there's this thing that this generation's been doing that I've noticed 20 years ago, like when you had your Hipstamatic and all that shit coming, it was aping on film photography and the light leaks that came with it and what you would get from a color and shit. Then you had Instagram basically try and mimic similar things with filters that people would start to like double down and like change the strength and all that on. I think it's gotten to a point now where like you'll see videos where they're going to intentionally fuck up like the contrast or the saturation just to add a unique look to it, like a crunchiness to it.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I liked Shogun, the show, the heavy vignetting on every frame was extremely distracting, and I guess it gave it a distinct look, but I did not like that look.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going on here is that this is dialing up a lot, and I like there's something like I can tell there's something maybe worth exploring over here, but I mean. Okay, I don't want to hit it.
You just wanted to run over that cow.
I mean, Randy? Was Randy, Tori? Is Randy part of our crew?
I don't think so.
Cow is 2D. She is 100% three-dimensional. You need to learn some manners. I don't know.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I love this.
I snapped you a little bit. It's just that the three-dimensionality of the cow has been a source of insecurity for me for a while
now. Yeah, no, never mind. Fuck what you said. To the three-dimensional cow has completely
more power to you, man.
Yeah, no, I'm into it now.
Let's go see what this is over here.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I just don't think this game would look or be as interesting if it didn't have this filter on it. Like if you had the sharp polygons that you like, the actual polygons that are here and the rigging and the characters and all that stuff, if none of that changed and you just took this, jaggy filter off it, I don't think it would look as interesting.
This is, I don't even know if Jumping Flash looked this rough, like I think that's the problem here, is that it's trying so hard to be of a thing or a time that it doesn't serve any purpose besides an aesthetic choice here. And that's totally cool. Like, if that's what they want to do, they're not the only ones going for this look. So like, I'm not trying to be overly hard on this game. I just don't like this where a lot of indie games are going right now with it. Like even Mouthwashing, like I know that there's an incredible story there. I've fired that game up. I just don't like the way it looks. Like, it's just a very unpleasant game to look at to me. And I think it has a lot to do with, we talked about this years ago, man, whenever I tried to play FF7 for the first time. Yeah. And I was like, it just feels rough. And I think it even looks better than what this does at that point in time. That jaggedness, that pixelation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is, Final Fantasy VII is more detailed than this. But I don't think that's, I don't know. I think about that, was it GameCube? I think it was GameCube game, like the Cubivore game that came out a long time ago. And like that game, kind of looked like shit. But there was like a charm to the shittiness and an intentionality to the shittiness. Are you deciding when to take these photos?
Yeah, but I think it's just like a selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only take selfies.
Yeah, and they're all bad selfies. You know what? I dig that too. That's kind of great.
You straddle a line on certain things, and I forget, because of how your basic approach to life is. You're very old man.
I'm getting called basic.
But I forget that you are a youngin', and
I'm not that much younger than you.
You're young enough to. Like, you probably, how much SpongeBob have you watched?
I mean, I can't tell you how many episodes, but yeah, I've watched probably a good few seasons.
I think that's the cutoff for like what level of millennial I am, and I don't even. Are you technically a millennial?
I'm absolutely a millennial.
I don't know, man. I think that you are
what the fuck else would I be?
You're like me. I am.
I am like you.
No.
You're trying to say I'm not like you.
You're correct.
I am like you.
You're like me on the other side of the coin. So basically, what I do with Gen X, you do with Gen Z.
Well, I don't know if I like where you're going with that. You implying that I have some more affinity with Gen Z?
Oh, you absolutely do. You have either they've either infiltrated you, and
no, that's definitely not true. I think I am annoyed by Gen Z way more.
You have picked up on their the non-capitalization it's a style. It's not a comfort. It's a style choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just saying I'm young and hip, that's very true. But also
hip, yes. Young, that's where I forget. I don't even know what I'm.
Wow!
Oh.
Wow! Come on, old man.
Fuck it. I'm gonna walk like us millennials are used to.
Oh shit!
Hey, you can't win them all, Chase.
I'm not saying you have to like this art style or something. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I just think that you not liking the art style is not a generational culture war thing. I think it's just
no.
liking the art style.
What I'm getting at, though,
I don't think this has anything to do with Gen Z or.
That is a very Gen Z coded game. I'll tell you that much right now.
Maybe, but I don't think the aesthetics are the sole reason for that.
I don't think necessarily, but when I think about the nostalgia that like sprite based games do for us, like we grew up with that shit, like that was our childhood. that style of video game is a childhood game for a lot of those making games today.
I can see that. Yeah, we still got some time. Why don't we actually do Is a Seat Taken? I mean, we both can talk about that.
Yeah.
Goodlands coming soon. I believe it actually is coming out for other stuff. Goodlands.
I mean, I think even the Switch could run that.
Sure. It's not that it could. It's just
if it should.
No, so far it only looks like it's on Steam. But yeah, they should make that further stuff. I mean, I want to find some dinosaurs.
I will tell you, Chase, I think Is This Seat Taken, which is what we're firing up right now. I think this makes a hell of a first impression.
Wow, you don't think it's too Gen Z?
This one's not. What about this says anything Gen Z?
The story's a little twee.
That's been going around since the early 2000s indie scene, my man. Yeah. Bedroom Pop, all that shit. That was a very like Wes Anderson influenced a lot of that.
So I actually, this is a little scoop for you, Bobby, but I played this very same demo for the next episode of Chasing Gay Plays. I took a break from some Star Wars and I checked out this demo. So and in that, here's a little preview. I said this art style reminds me of Snipperclips.
Dude, I looked as soon as, let me pull James back out here. It's the boots. Yeah. It's the boots and the eyes.
The eyes.
As soon as I saw,
and also just that these are like shapes that are anthropomorphized shapes.
The boots though, they're not very, like, you don't see them very often because they're gone when they're seated. So you got this little part here where you see them. I'm like, I haven't heard anything about the studio that made Snipperclips, and I'm like, did they just make this out of nowhere?
The Snipperclips dev definitely made something else, but I do not remember what it was. You know what? Looking at images of Snipperclips, I totally forgot that the Snipperclips wore boots. I thought you were just making that shit up.
No, it's the same boots.
SFB Games. They they made Crow Country.
They made Crow Country?
A little publisher, anyway.
Okay.
No, They developed Crow Country.
Wild.
Huh. Yeah. No, they got a handful of stuff here. A game called Marching Order that came out on Android and iOS. A game called Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower is a murder mystery point-and-click adventure game.
So really quick, let me just kind of walk everybody through what's going on here. You're going to get these little cards, and there are named characters that will play into it. You have objectives for each one. So Alexis wants to be by the window. Cool. And then Nat just wants to be by Alexis, so they're happy. And then Ray wants to be by a window also. So it starts off pretty non-assuming. You can see at the top here, you're going to have, I think, 4 beats for each little vignette, if I'm not mistaken. And
right. It might change per vignette, but yeah.
It is a snackable game, Chase. I think that's a very good way to put it. I see it a little to the left. It's kind of like it scratches that type of brain. Like,
yeah.
I think its art is fantastic. I love the colors on it. There's just a lot here that I'm really digging with what they've got going on. Like this, I didn't know anything about it until this demo. Okay, this person wants to be alone. We can arrange that. They want to be with Goran and they prefer a window. So let me just put them down here next to Goran. What's Goran want? The direction of the vehicle, they want to be with Olivia. Anna just wants to be alone. They're going to be fine over there. I think we're going to use this back row here. Where's Olivia? All right, that's Olivia. They want to be together. Window. And prefer to be facing the direction of the vehicle. They're happy. They want a window, and they want to be.
Whoa, hang on, because this is the problem that I came up with when I was playing this. Is like I would not call that a window seat. Like, yes, the seat is next to the window.
Yeah.
But you're not able to look out the window in that seat.
Sure you are.
you're looking out the opposite window. No, fuck that. No, that's not. Nobody gets on the bus or a limo like this and says like, oh, I want a window seat, and then they have to turn 180 to see out the fucking window.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you over being right. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Man, maybe you are Gen X.
I mean, I showed up. That's more than they do. So, not that I struggled with this puzzle, but there was definitely a moment of like, well, there aren't enough window seats, based on what everybody wanted, and then I finally put that guy there, and I went, well, no, that ain't no fucking window seat. While we're at it, I'm gonna let all the fucking cards on the table. I want more games to shame people being stinky. I want it.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come. I can't stink if I'm stinking. My trading card game shop.
Trading card game.
Don't come in if you're stinking, and don't get on my limo if you're stinking. I am pro stink shaming on this show. Okay.
I think that's fair.
You forgot to shower. Okay, Pigpen. No shit. Let's put you down here with your people. What do you want to do here? You want a window seat and you forgot to shower? Well. Yeah. Nobody wants to be by your stink ass. All right, what do you want? They do not like bad smells, clearly. Okay, windows. They want to be alone. And they want to be here. Okay, so we're going to use this back row. They want window, bad smells. You go in the middle. Oh, hang on.
One of them wants to be with somebody else, right?
Yep. Nope, hang on. That's not going to work here. Hang on. Window seat. They don't want bad smells.
They want to be with Osseous, though.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Well.
No. Wait. Hang on.
Because he wants a window.
Window. Bad smells. Got it. They want to be, and they prefer a window. What?
Yeah. No, you need to put them both there because those are technically window seats. See, you didn't even think they were window seats.
Oh, I was looking more for the smells. All right, they want to be alone. They don't care about bad smells.
Yeah, so fuck them.
Oh, but they want to be alone.
They do want to be alone, though.
Let's get you over here.
They're fine with a stinko. They just
prefer a window seat. Wait, hang on. Oh, they got swapped out. That's what happened. Whoops. For a window seat, you go there.
Yep.
There we go. See, the stinkers just really ruining this for us.
So one of the other things that I should have stopped you before you hit confirm, but one of the other things that bugged me is the wrong word, because I think a lot of this game is really nice and smartly designed. But one of the things that did bug me a little bit is when you do have everybody in place, the game does have the characters smile or frown, but it doesn't have like a more explicit, hey, everything's good. And I wish they would just also, like, they give you the opportunity to say, yep, confirm. And I kind of wish that if I just put them all in the right spots, they would just auto confirm and go, yep, you did it. The puzzle's over now. I guess that maybe stops somebody from brute forcing it. Maybe. But I kind of just wish you would just keep playing around with guys until you were good, and then it just let you move forward.
They do not like bad smells. I think. Oh, stinky.
Too stinky. Actually, wait. Put that before you confirm. Put that guy back where they were before.
Here?
Yeah. Ah, okay. That helps. Like, look at the bottom right now. Like the confirm button
this here.
Is like, oh yeah, hey. So that's good then. I'm okay with that then.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if they changed that since I played it only a couple days ago, but I don't remember that being there when I had something wrong.
That was when I played it, I think yesterday or the day before, if I'm not mistaken. It was last night. I played it last night, I think.
Okay. I mean, I played it Saturday, so I'm going to guess they probably didn't make a change. Maybe I just had everybody correct and kept overthinking it.
I do like how they're switching it up here. So you now have kids as well. That's another variant. So we have children now. We also have a movie theater.
Yeah. Eventually you're going to have people with hats.
Yep.
And I like that sometimes they don't even have to tell you the problem. Like,
yes.
You don't have somebody who goes, oh, I want to be able to see over the hat. It's just that there's an obvious thing of like, this guy has like a big hat, and you can't put somebody directly behind them because then they can't watch the fucking movie.
Right.
I kind of wish they did that same thing with smells. It's like, well, obviously people don't want to be by the people who smell, but maybe that's a personal preference thing. I don't know. This one also offers up an interesting thing as you play this one that you wouldn't know the first time you're going through this, but once you put these people in their first spots, the people who are eating popcorn will make a mess on these chairs.
I did not realize that until you just said it. I was like,
exactly.
Where's popcorn coming
on
from?
On the second round of this level, the popcorn will stay because they've made a mess. Because anybody who eats popcorn in a movie theater is a fucking mess. And I count myself in there. Oh, somebody's unhappy.
Row 3. There we go.
So now, like, note where the popcorn people are.
Yep.
Because now when they leave,
popcorn.
there's popcorn all over the seats. And now there are going to be people who don't want to sit by popcorn.
Yep.
And I believe they've designed at least this level and maybe future levels as well to still make them solvable regardless of where you put the popcorn people. But I think that is really cool how the challenges can evolve over time based on decisions you've made in earlier rounds. I think that's cool.
Here's a question for you, Chase.
Yeah.
If you read the first bullet point for Zoe, I don't want you to think of the parent's name being Finch, but I want you to think about everything else on this child's card and think about a name that you could apply here. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I think if you're a parent and you have a stinky kid, you're not allowed to go to the movies.
We've been in that situation.
Yes.
Where a parent didn't get the right memo.
Well, the problem is the parent in question was also stinky.
Yes. They do not like bad smells. Well, you're a kid. What do you fucking know?
Fuck you, kid.
Yeah. I do not like bad smells and I want to steal popcorn. Cool.
Yeah. I know I purposely put some people in dirty chairs. Just be like, yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. You're smelly. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you don't want a dirty seat.
God, look
you're
how
already
stinky
dirty.
This kid is.
Yeah.
This
Look
kid
you
smells like
monster.
absolute shit. This kid, fucking 9 seats worth of stink on him.
That's why you put them in the corner.
Oh my God.
But I think the parent wants to sit in row 2. You can't do that.
Oh yeah. Of course. But, you want to. It's just your world. We're living in it.
Yeah. Sorry. This other kid can't take the stank.
Oh my God.
The parent's fine with it, I guess. But
okay. Want to sit in row 1.
Yeah. Only one spot for them at this point. But
I want to be alone. I want to be alone. Dirty.
You don't want a dirty seat, Bobby.
Okay. All right. Do not want to be next to a kid. Same. Eat popcorn. Do not want to sit in a dirty seat, but you just want to
that one pissed me off. It was like, hang on, you're gonna make a mess, and you don't want a dirty seat? Fuck off. That's not allowed.
I do not like bad smell. Oh yeah, you're right.
You swap them.
There we go.
Fuck you, Nat. You don't want a dirty seat? Well, now you get a stinky seat.
Oh, wait, who's upset? Alone.
Be alone.
God, these people.
I also thought of the game While Waiting when I was playing.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
I haven't played it either. I just remember seeing a lot of trailers and thinking, oh yeah, this has a similar kind of vibe of this relatively mundane puzzle game.
Yeah.
That also has some other fun stuff in it. I thought this was cool.
I agree. All right. Well, that was a ton of fun. We got to check out a lot of demos. There's one that we did not touch that I've been waiting on you to play, and that is Monster Train 2. I had no idea that was coming. Brother. I mean, would you say that's like a top 3 game for us on the Casual Mondays?
Top 3?
I think you got to have Knights or fights is up there. Yeah,
obviously.
with a bullet.
And then, man, probably Monster Train.
I think we've probably played Monster Train more than anything else outside of fights, I think.
Yeah, I love Monster Train. I don't think it would be like my personal.
No.
Like of the games we played on Casual Mondays, that wouldn't be in my personal top 5, but
it'd be in our Rushmore, right?
Like playing, yeah, for like the games that we like playing on this kind of a show.
Monster Train, Fights in Tight Spaces.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I mean, if it were up to me, I'd go, oh yeah, we played Into the Breach one time, so that goes up here. But we haven't. That's not like our game. That's
I mean, Risk of Rain could be on that.
Risk of Rain, yeah, Risk of Rain 2 specifically. We played quite a bit of.
Loop Hero for a minute.
XCOM.
Portal.
It didn't go well. Oh yeah, Portal 2, and yeah, we had a whole series about Portal 2, and that was great.
It was.
It was good. You know what? Actually, now that we're talking about it, I know we already have another series that we're doing, Dead in the Water, which will come back.
Yeah.
Maybe not next week if we're gonna play Monster Train, but that'll come back. I never finished Snipper Corps.
That doesn't have.
Does it not have online co-op? Is it only... Oh man.
That was back whenever you were supposed to take your Switch to a rooftop party.
Sure, yeah, rooftop parties. But how about Snipper Clips Plus? They added one.
I don't think I knew there was a plus.
Maybe it's just like a DLC.
They don't have it, right? It's crazy that game.
I guess I'll just have to get real stinky and come over to your house.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. That was like, that came out right when Breath of the Wild, like that was like almost a launch game, right?
It was. I believe it was.
8 years ago. Crazy. We have a very big week ahead of us here, Chase. I am thrilled to be kicking it off like we are right now. We have our Next Fest showcase tonight. Next week, we're going to be playing a lot of Monster Trains. We'll come back at 9 and we'll do that. And then we'll have a Monday off. And we're probably going to have to play some kits before we get back to Dead in the Water. So I think that we got a couple of weeks without that. But what we could do, if Chase is up for it, I could always do a Friday night of one of those games too and just try and keep things on course a bit. This Wednesday, we have a deep dive coming in for our favorite console variants. That will be limited editions, different SKUs, however you want to look at it, of consoles. I have a question for you.
I did want to ask you, like, we might want to, I mean, I made 2 lists, which is one of like, no. I made 2 lists to be accommodating to you.
Oh,
not for my own edification.
Okay.
I made a list of like I wouldn't call them like the limited edition ones are the ones of like, oh, this has like
God of War,
a character, yeah, whatever. But then I also have ones where like this is like the variation of a system, like
a
new 3DS instead of a 3DS.
Oh,
I'm talking about like this is the N64 that had the Pikachu on it.
Yeah, that's how I'm approaching it. But I'm also looking at it like I will call this out because I'm sure it will show up. A Spice Orange GameCube, that wasn't a special edition. Correct. That was just a variation of a theme. So if you like, for me, the Atomic Purple Game Boy, I wouldn't
call that a special edition either.
It's not. But for both of us, that is something that it is not the standard fare for. Like the Indigo Purple is what they put on everything when that shipped for the GameCube.
It was the lead, yeah. Well, the Spice one wasn't even for America. That was
correct.
Japan.
So I think there's even a bigger argument for you there on this is a rarer item.
I feel like we're kind of somewhere in the middle of both of my lists, and I'm going to end up having to say what both of them are. But God. I tried.
I know.
I was like, oh, okay. Did he mean just systems that are different from the original launch one? Because then I can make a list of 5 or so there. Or did he specifically mean that ugly ass blue and yellow N64 that had a big molded Pikachu on top.
It was like a power button foot.
Most of those I think fucking suck, but I decided to make a list of those anyway.
That's more of like I have not done anything that grotesque, but when I pitched this to you, I will just like say it here.
Yeah.
The Star Wars Xbox 360, I think, is a really unique limited run, where I think that what we're talking about right now in the colorway that the GameCube or the Game Boy Pocket or Game Boy Color came in, like, would we classify those? And I'm cool with it if you want to do that. Like, there's not really, like, at the end of the day, this is your list.
We're only putting the rules that we're putting on here. It's all arbitrary. So I'll probably just end up saying what both of my lists are.
That's fine.
But yeah.
That's going to be on Wednesday. So if you want to know more about where this conversation goes, come back at 9 on Wednesday.
That Pikachu N64 won't be on either list.
No.
That fucking sucks.
That abomination.
Terrible.
And I think the reason I'm really excited this week is my most anticipated game of the year is launching on Friday. And reviews came out today for it, and Chase, it sounds...
Digimon doesn't come out for a little while.
That's yours, not mine, my friend. Yours. And unlike you, I will be punishing the monsters I find, not digitizing them. My hammer is thirsty, and she's going to drink till she's drunk on Friday night stream. Have you ever seen me beat up a monster?
I don't want to see you.
It's sexual for somebody. You, the viewer. But no, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out this Friday, and it is being hailed as the most approachable entry into the series and a huge spectacle. People are really enjoying it from what I'm reading in. I've played 2 waves of that beta and had a great time with it. So that'll be Friday night. My cousin and friend of the show, Nick's going to join. Potentially Phil from our Discord might be in there too. But that'll be 9 p.m. on Friday on Twitch and YouTube. Chase, you've been busy recording, obviously, Seats and Stinky Kids.
It's true.
When is that going up?
That's going up Wednesday. Yeah, so I'll mention on the podcast as well. But yeah, I changed things up for a week on Chase K Plays. Took a break from the Star Wars and tried and played one of these demos myself. I played through all of Is This Seat Taken and had a really good time with it and talked about some game designy things. And
cool.
That was a fun episode and shorter than my usual stuff, which felt nice. So go check that out, Chase K Plays on YouTube, and then check out Pilot Program podcast I do with our good friend Pierce Corshane. It's about watching the first episodes of every television show ever made. Our latest episode was on Barry, the HBO show.
I like Barry.
And at some point, Pierce and I are going to get together and record one about Columbo, which I'm very excited.
Hell yeah!
Hell of a character, and I want to see what it's.
Well, that's been our Next Fest. We'll be back on Monday with Monster Train. We've got a podcast recording on Wednesday, and we've got Monsters to Hunt on Friday. You can find all of our stuff on thecasualhour.com.